Have faith. It's Friday. Listen, it took me a while to do this video because the content is very heavy, but here it is. This past Sunday, I was blessed with the opportunity to bring the message, and the title was It's Time to Be Free. In this message, I shared some tips on how to be free, and one of them was to tell the truth. I referred to Pastor Michael Todd, who shared several Sundays ago that he had a 20-year addiction to pornography. He shared how it started, different events, and also how he got free from it. So he mentioned that he was on a trip with his father, who's a pastor. And he said he was in the hotel room watching regular television, and after a certain time, the content shifted, and he was exposed to something that would impact him for years and years and years to come. He also shared that he had friends with the same addiction, and another part of it that he shared that really struck a nerve with me, he said that he was touched inappropriately by another male child. So in my message, I was moved to share my testimony that I was touched inappropriately by other children as well. And so that planted a seed in me that caused me to go down a road that I was never meant to go down. It caused me to do things I never thought that I would do. I told my parents, I never told them as a kid because I didn't think to tell them. Usually you hear, if a person, a man touches you inappropriately, you tell your parents, but it wasn't an adult man, it was children, same age as me. So that seed, it planted a lustful spirit in me, and I didn't know what to do about it because I was too spiritually and just physically just immature and didn't know how to confront that thing. So the enemy is so crafty. He understands that when you are God's child, you are a threat to him. So he tries to get you when you're a child and when you're vulnerable. I also mentioned that in my message that Pastor Mike's father, he was a pastor and he dealt with the pornography addiction as well. And it was passed on to all of his 5 boys. And so this lets me know that we have to be honest with our next generation. My mom shared some things with me that happened to her in her teenage years, and it caused me to be very cautious, and it helped me avoid some situations that would have caused me to repeat some history in my family. So I just want to say that God is so good, but he allows these things to happen, but it's not the end. And what blessed me about my message was people were coming to me and saying, Marquita, you encouraged me to talk to my family about some things that I've been holding on to for 50 years. And I just know, I'm telling you, it feels so good to be free. So that blessed me that they can get that freedom and no longer deal with things that happened to them in their childhood. Could you imagine carrying a load from 5 to 50? And don't you know, as we continue to grow, the load gets heavier and heavier and heavier, and it affects how we live our lives, how we operate in our relationships, our marriages. So it's time to be free. It's time to let these things go. It's time to be healed and whole. And also, I believe that we have to share with our next generation what's going on so they can avoid these things instead of just looking at little Ray Ray over there, because we in the African American community, we don't share things a lot of times. We keep things hush hush. You don't tell family business. And like I said, meanwhile, little Ray Ray is over there dealing with a demon because the family wants to keep things a secret, but doesn't get little Ray Ray the help. Or little Keisha is over there getting violated over and over again for years. And when she grows up, you call her fast and, wild, but no one addressed what happened to her and got her the help that she needed so she can grow up healed and whole. So I'm sharing these things because this time for us to be free. God has given us space and opportunity during this pandemic to get the healing that we need, to get the help that we need so that when this thing is over, we can emerge and be more powerful than ever. This season, we don't need to waste our time just being frivolous and just doing whatever. It's time to take care of business, take care of home, because God has given us the time to do it. I love you all. Please share this video. Somebody needs to be free. Somebody needs to be encouraged that you can be free. You don't have to deal with those things any longer. Be free. Let go of the shame. God loves you. I love you. Have fun. It's the weekend, but let's not continue to carry those things in our spirit because it feels good to be free. I love you guys. Have a good weekend. Bye.